In this video, let's talk about complex numbers. Consider the following equation. Halimbawa, meron tayong x squared equals -1. Let's say we have to solve for x. So ang gagawin natin, of course, take the square root of both sides. The left side expression becomes x. How about the right side? Possible ba to? Can we actually take the square root of a negative number? The answer is no. Kailangan laging positive. When we say square root, nag-multiply ka ng like signs. For example, 3 times 3, parehong positive yan. Kaya ang result ay positive 9. Ganon din ang negative 3 times negative 3. Kaya ang result ay positive 9. This leads us to believe that square root of 9 is positive or negative 3. So yung radicand sa loob, puro positive yan. Hindi ka pwede magkaroon ng negative kasi sabi nga natin, magkakaroon ka lang ng negative kapag nag-multiply ka ng unlike signs. For example, 3 times negative 3, yan, diyan ka magkakaroon ng negative 9. However, hindi to square root kasi magkaiba sila ng number, magkaibang sign. Ngayon, kung hindi possible kunin ang square root ng negative number, ano ang value ni square root of negative 1? Okay, dito na pumapasok yung imaginary unit. So, burahin ko lang to saglit. When we say imaginary unit, sulat ko. The imaginary unit is I. Ano ibig sabihin ng I na yan? I is actually equal to the square root of negative 1. So we can say right here, the square root of negative 1 is equal to I. So x is equal to I. Ngayon, balikan natin to. Pag in-square natin yung both sides, magkakaroon tayo ng I squared equals, of course, pag in-square natin yan, tanggalin natin yung radical. So meron tayong negative 1. So lagi nyo tatandaan tong dalawang equations na to. Try natin i-apply. Burahin ko tong board. Mag-solve tayo ng equation. Let's say, let us solve 2x squared plus 11 equals negative 37. Solve natin for x using square root. Subtract tayo muna ng 11 from both sides. Of course, cancel out na yan. Therefore, we have 2x squared equals negative 37 minus 11. That is negative 48. And of course, para ma-isolate si x, divide natin both sides by 2. Cancel out yan. We have x squared equals negative 48 divided by 2, that's negative 24. Ngayon, para ma-solve si x, of course, we will take the square root of both sides. So, sa may left side, may iwan na lang si x. However, sa right side, meron tayong negative na radicand. Hindi pwede yan. However, pwede natin yan isulat like this. Square root of 24 times negative 1. Tapos, paghiwalay natin using the product property of radicals. So, we have square root of 24 times square root of negative 1. And alam natin, ang value ng square root of negative 1, ayan, I. So, substitute natin yung I dyan. Therefore, we have x is equal to I square root of 24. Hindi pa tayo tapos dyan. Next, isimplify pa natin yung square root of 24. I square root of, express natin yung 24 into factors such that one factor is a perfect square. So, this is equal to 4 times 6. Kasi yung 4 ay perfect square. So, ang mangyayari pag nilabas natin yung 4, ang square root ng 4 ay 2. Therefore, we have x is equal to 2i square root of 6. Naiwan si 6 sa loob. Tapos na ba yan? Almost. May nakalimutan lang tayo, which is the plus minus. Okay, huwag nyo kakalimutan yan. So, this is the answer. Ngayon, i-describe natin yung standard form ng complex number. Allow me to erase the board. What is the standard form of complex numbers? Meron tayong tinatawag na A plus BI. Okay? Plus or minus. Yung A dito, ito yung real part. Tapos yung BI, ito yung imaginary part. Nabanggitan natin sa previous video, I think sa early chapters, like chapter 1 or chapter 2, ang complex numbers ay binubuo ng real numbers and imaginary numbers. Yung real numbers, ayan yung mga numbers na usually na-encounter natin. Sa Cartesian coordinate plane system, like this, meron tayong x and meron tayong y-axis. Lahat ng numbers dyan ay real numbers. Kaya tinatawag din itong real number system. However, yung imaginary, meron niyang separate number system. We will discuss later on. But for now, let us discuss writing complex numbers in standard form. Example number 1. Let's say meron tayong 8 minus I and then plus 5 plus 4i. Ang rule dito simple lang. Kailangan lang natin i-add or subtract yung corresponding real and imaginary parts. So dito, ipag-add natin to 8 plus 5 yung real parts. Tapos ipag-add din natin tong negative I plus positive 4i. That's it. Real plus real, imaginary plus imaginary, or real minus real, imaginary minus imaginary. So first, 8 plus 5, so that is 13. Sulat natin dito, 13. And then negative I plus positive 4i, so that would be positive 3i. And this is the simplified form. Number 2, let's say we have 7 minus 6i and then minus 3 minus 6i. So 7 minus 3, that is 4. Sulat natin. And then negative 6i minus negative 6i. Sulat natin. Negative 6i minus negative 6i. So magiging negative 6i yan plus 6i. So that's negative 6 plus 6i. And negative 6 plus 6 is 0. So 0i plus 0i. Kaya lang, 0i, alam natin na 0 din ang value niyan. So cancel out na lang yan. This is equal to 4. Next problem. Brain ko lang to. Number 3. Say we have 10 minus 6 plus 7i and then plus 4i. I-rewrite natin to like this. Bracket and then we have 10 minus 6 tapos parenthesis and then minus 7i. See? Parang distribute natin tong negative kay 6 at saka kay 7i. Tapos naglagay lang tayo ng parenthesis between 10 and 6. Parang ganyan. Okay? Tapos plus 4i. Next, 10 minus 6 is 4. So we have parenthesis 4 minus 7i and then plus 4i. Ngayon, pwede naman natin tanggalin yung parenthesis. So we have 4 minus 7i and then plus 4i. Negative 7i plus 4i, so that's negative 7 plus 4, which is negative 3. So we have 4 minus 3i. And this will be the answer. Ngayon, mag-multiply naman tayo. So burahin ko muna itong mga nasa board. Let's say number 4. Multiply 4i times negative 6 plus I. So, madali lang to. Parang distribution lang. 4i times negative 6. So, that is equal to negative 24i. And then 4i times positive I, that would be 4i squared. So, plus 4i squared. And then recall natin, I squared is equal to negative 1. So, substitute natin yan dito. Okay? Bali, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 24i plus 4 times negative 1. Tapos pag sinimplify natin, 4 times negative 1, that's negative 4. So unahin natin yung real part. Negative 4 and then minus 24i. And this is the answer. Next, number 5. Let's say we have 9 minus 2i times negative 4 plus 7i. Dito, meron tayong product of two binomials. Therefore, we have to use the FOIL method. Starting with letter F, which is first. So 9 times negative 4, that is equal to negative 36. Next, letter O, outer. 9 times 7i, that would be positive 63i. So plus 63i. Inner, negative 2i times negative 4. So that would be positive 8i plus 8i. And then negative 2i times 7i, that would be negative 14i squared minus 14i squared. Simplify natin. Negative 36 and then plus 63i plus 8i. 63 plus 8 is equal to 71. So we have 71i and then minus 14. Alam natin na ang I squared ay equivalent kay negative 1. So we have negative 1. Simplify pa natin. Negative 36 plus 71i. Negative 14 times negative 1, that would be positive 14. And negative 36 times rather plus 14. So that is negative 22. So we have negative 22 plus 71i. And this is the answer. Next, i-discuss natin si complex conjugates. When we say complex conjugates, if meron tayong A plus BI, ang conjugate niyan ay A minus BI. So these are called conjugates. Parang extension lang to ng rationalizing the denominator. 'Di ba? May mga conjugates din tayo doon. Applicable din yon dito kay complex number. So halimbawa, let's say meron tayong 7 plus 5i over 1 minus 4i. Tapos gusto natin itong isulat in standard form. And just like rationalizing the denominator, multiply natin both numerator and denominator sa conjugate ng denominator. Ang conjugate ni 1 minus 4i ay 1 plus 4i. Multiply natin yung taas muna. So we have 7 plus 5i times 1 plus 4i. Tapos yung sa baba, i-simplify natin. Familiar din yan. Para din yan nasa form ng a minus b times a plus b. Right? A minus b times a plus b. At ito ay difference of 2 squares. Ginamit na natin to sa rationalizing the denominator. I-apply ulit natin. Ang pinaka-a natin dito ay 1. So 1 squared is equal to, of course, 1. And then minus b squared, ang b natin ay 4i. 4i squared, sulat natin dito, 4i squared. Burahin ko to. And then we have 7 plus 5i times 1 plus 4i. Tapos sa baba, we have 1 minus 4i squared. That would be 16i squared. Tapos, copy natin, 7 plus 5i times 1 plus 4i over 1 minus 16. Ang I squared ay equal to negative 1. Magpatuloy tayo dito. Balik sa numerator, mag-FOIL method na tayo. Letter F, which stands for first, 7 times 1, that is 7. Sulat natin. And then, letter O, which is outer, 7 times positive 4i, that is positive 28i. Tuloy natin, inner, 5i times 1, that would be 5i. And last, 5i times 4i, that is 20i squared. Divided by, simplify natin to. 1 minus 16 times negative 1. Ito, negative 16 times negative 1, magiging positive 16 yan. So, 1 plus 16, that is 17. Proceed tayo. We have 7 plus, ito, 28i plus 5i, that would be 33i. Plus 20, and I squared is negative 1. Ito. Divided by 17. Mag-proceed tayo. Right here. 7 plus 20 times negative 1. Ito, 20 times negative 1, that's minus 20. So 7 minus 20, that is negative 13. Plus 33i divided by 17. So this is the answer. Ngayon, mag-plot tayo ng complex numbers. Burahin ko lang yung board. Ang complex number system ay naiiba sa Cartesian coordinate system. Kasi sa Cartesian, real number system yon. Dito, ang system ay consisting of real numbers and imaginary numbers. Ito yung real axis. Tapos ito naman yung imaginary axis. Let's label 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, I, 2i, 3i, 4i. Sa baba din, negative I, negative 2i, negative 3i, and negative 4i. Ngayon, mag-plot na tayo ng mga complex numbers. Let's say number 1, we have 3 minus 2i. Yung real part dito ay positive 3, tapos ang imaginary ay negative 2i. Real part is 3 right here, and imaginary number is negative 2i. So, plot natin. Dito yon. Next, another complex number. Let's say we have negative 2 plus 4i. Ang real part ay negative 2, ang imaginary ay positive 4i. So, real part negative 2, and ang imaginary ay positive 4i. So, the point must be right here. Next, number 3. Let's say we have 3i. Itong 3i, pwede natin yan isulat as 0 plus 3i. Okay? So, yung real part natin ay 0, ang imaginary ay positive 3i. So, dito yan. Next, let's say we have to graph the following point or complex number, negative 4 minus 3i. Ang ating real part ay negative 4 and ang ating imaginary ay negative 3i. So, negative 4, let's say right here, and negative 3i is right here. So, ito yung point. Next, try naman natin hanapin yung absolute value ng complex numbers. Consider the following. Let's say we have a point here, and this point is point Z, which has a value of A plus BI. Of course, meron tayong right triangle dyan. This is real. This is imaginary axis. Ito yung real part, which is A. At ito yung imaginary part, which is BI. Next, we have to identify the absolute value of this complex number z. And ayun yung length ng hypotenuse ng right triangle. So this is the absolute value of z. By using Pythagorean theorem, the length of the absolute value of z or the complex number is the length of the hypotenuse. And according sa ating Pythagorean theorem, hypotenuse is equal to the square root of the sum of the squares of the legs. So we can say a squared plus b squared. Ito yung formula. This is the absolute value. Ngayon mag-answer tayo. Halimbawa, meron tayong negative 4 plus 3i. So hanapin natin yung absolute value. First, ilocate muna natin yung real part and imaginary part. Ito yung A, ito naman yung B. Right? Therefore, the absolute value of this complex number is equal to the square root of A squared, ang A natin ay negative 4, plus B squared, ang B natin ay positive 3. So, square root of negative 4 squared is 16, plus 3 squared is 9. Square root of 16 plus 9 is 25, and square root of 25 is 5. So this is the absolute value of this complex number. Next, let's say we have negative 3i. I-rewrite natin to as 0 minus 3i. It means ang a natin ay 0, tapos ang b natin ay negative 3. Therefore, the absolute value of this complex number is equal to square root of a squared, ang a natin ay 0, plus b, ang b natin ay negative 3, and then squared. Therefore, we have 0 plus negative 3 squared is 9. Therefore, we have square root of 9, and square root of 9 is equal to 3. So the absolute value of this complex number is 3, and this is the answer.